overdosing is just not cool. There's no legendary romance. You don't go down in history because you overdosed. You just die.
Mac, what would you like to say regarding your death? Okay, let's go on a ride. Hey everybody, it's me, Josh Hope Paranormal. It's been about almost 2 weeks since I posted my last video. There's been a lot of projects I'm working on personally. Got a baby coming in less than 45 days. So it's been exciting. Last month in August, I did so many private sessions and group sessions that I really burnt myself out. Normally I pace myself. I normally do about 7 to 10 intuitive psychic readings a month, along with a couple different box sessions that I put out on this channel. But definitely went overboard, and I kind of paid the price for it. I kind of felt the drain big time, and some other weird things happened. When doing the last Tentacion video, I was at his mausoleum sitting outside in my car. You can see that there were these light anomalies. They were not bugs, they were not dust. You can clearly see this first one, the light flying out of the gray patch on the top of my head. Later on, that same anomaly looks to be coming back around my head and then in my head, which is pretty weird. And then the craziest piece of evidence that I captured regarding these lights, you can clearly see there is a light that comes back into the car and then swirls over my head and then goes right into it. I never felt anything. I believe that those were my guides or angels. I don't believe that it was anything bad or negative. As I was talking about Jesus, I was talking about the light. It was pretty amazing stuff. It's just the type of evidence that I want to capture more of, and I want to look at more of how that's happening. I understand that we are light. So to see these light anomalies to be moving in and around my head, I thought was pretty amazing. After the Tentacion session, something very strange happened. I had taken about a week off from recording and just needed to take a break and recoup. I pulled out my recorder just to see who was around, my guides, and I ended up capturing some messages that I believe were X. So take a listen and you tell me what you think.
Who is here with me of my guides? Is there any open message or anything that you would like to say to me? Is there anything else that you want to say?
I believe that was X that I recorded. Since then, I've done a group session for the patrons on my Patreon page, and I had over 27 validations come through for them from their deceased loved ones. And I just wanted to show you a few of those amazing responses before that session took a little bit of a weird turn. All right, hello. This is Josh. I'm going to get into the mode here and connect to the best of my ability. I'm going to do a roll call of the names. I have the list right here. All right, here we go. I'm going to read the names off. First, I'm going to Try and just connect here and then start envisioning the door and all of you. Alright, I'm on that bridge again. Walking with a guide on each side. I feel like this is all in my mind. We're at a door. And I see a star above me. I feel like I'm at the table with Bob. I feel like Michael's standing up. I feel like the other guides are around. And I feel like there's the door. Guys can just say and speak up when you can. I trust that my guides are helping to organize. I'm going to run through this list. Jenny, she's looking for, yes, looking for Gary, her brother. Jenny Cook, her husband. Are you saying I'm going too fast?
What's that?
Scottish cat. So cat. Cat. In Scotland. And he loved one for her. Wendy, she's looking for her mom. Helen, are you here? Can you come through, Helen? Wendy would love to hear from you. Brian. Yes. I hear you saying my name over and over again. Thank you. Edna and Preston. Now this is undeniable. If you know me, you know that in the past I have asked for Tupac. I was a big fan. His music reached me in many ways and it helped me through a lot of different times, difficult times in my life. I know that I've definitely made contact with him many times in the past. I have a whole dedicated video to me reaching out to him. I did not ask for him in this session. So for him to come through and say, nice roll call, which I believe is his voice, it sounds just like him in my opinion, is pretty amazing. I hear you guys. There's message, there's responses. All right. Randy, always missing his mom. Janet, can you come through? Ask for her. Janet, can you come through? Kathy, she's asking for her friend Tina Mullins, who just passed. Very quick, and she wants to know she's okay. So just a quick X comes through. At the time, of course, I didn't notice it, but just wait, more will come through. All right, I'm gonna shift to something else now. We've ran the PSB7 enough. I'm going to ask a couple questions on the DR60. That doesn't mean I'm going to understand it in full in real time, but we will see. To my guides, Michael or Bob, Brian, that I have done the roll call And I'm asking now, is there anything that you guys would like to say?
Guys, Michael, or Bob, Ryan, and I have done the roll call, and I'm asking now, is there anything that you guys would like to say?
Okay, I'm going to play that again.
Guys, Michael, or Bob, Ryan, and I have done the roll call, and I'm asking now, is there anything that you guys would like to say?
Okay. Michael, are we going to be able to help anyone with the light tonight if they need it?
Michael, are we going to be able to help anyone with the light tonight if they need it? Michael, are we going to be able to help anyone with the light tonight if they need it?
Thank you, Michael, for your answers. We're going to keep going with the SCD2. I would like for any of these loved ones to come through and say their names, say anything. All of these people, something, Michael. All of these people, something, Michael. All right, I'm going to do something right now. This place is
Leave at global.
filled with light. I'm filling the room with light right now. All right, I want to ask a couple more questions, then we're going to be wrapping it up. Michael, is there anything else that you'd like to say at this point before I try my last thing? I don't know what that will be yet. Okay.
Michael, is there anything else that you'd like to say at this point before I try my last thing? I don't know what that will be yet.
Another pretty clear response pertaining to X. And before I wanted to wrap the group session, I pulled out another tool to see what else I could capture. It sounds like the spirits are telling me at some point I should help him. Michael, I will do a closing prayer. I just want to know if there's anything else that you'd like to say, and I thank you in advance now for all that you are doing.
Michael, I will do a closing prayer. I just want to know if there's anything else that you'd like to say. Like, thank you in advance now for all that you are doing.
Hey, it's 3 in the morning. I was just getting ready to go to bed, up late. I just did my Patreon live stream earlier tonight. Burt Reynolds died last night, Mac Miller died today, and I wasn't planning on turning on the box at all to do anything. I have to be quiet, the family's sleeping. I don't know why I'm turning it on. I'm turning it on to see who comes through regarding those people. I'm going to ask for them, whether or not they come through or not, or a reply about them comes through is a different story. So, let's see. All right. I don't know who we can get, but I'm looking to talk to or ask about Burt Reynolds. Burt passed last night. I didn't know him personally, but I worked with a lot of people that worked with him. I almost cast him in one of my films. And I heard he was just a great guy. So I'd like to ask.
I'll reopen the case.
I'd like to ask about Burt Reynolds.
Website. We'll be right.
How is Burt Reynolds doing? I'm sure he's fine. Did Burt immediately cross to heaven, to the first level? How is he doing? Just trying to adjust it enough I can hear it. How are my guides doing tonight? I'd like to... 3 o'clock? 3 what? I'm going to focus on Burt and just give it a shot and give it a chance. There's no difference in the time that we're doing it. It doesn't matter that it's late. That was weird. Burt, I'm not going to ask for much of your time. You knew a bunch of actors that I knew. These were the people that you had worked with and cast you in a movie. You know, I didn't live too far from where you had residence in Jupiter, in different places around here in South Florida. Everyone has a story with you. Of course, you know, you rest in peace. To me, this line is great. If anyone knows anything about low-budget film production, independent filmmaking, you know that the one main thing that you get right is that you make sure you feed your crew and your actors. And it's so well known that when you're booking low-paying gigs, low-paying films, all the actors say, as long as there's food. So to capture that kind of response makes me feel like I actually did get Burt. Is there anything you'd like to say through here?
That's right. Just like you.
It's all in the creativity of it.
A great actor. And Longest Yard, Striptease,
High Art, High Key.
Cannonball Run, Smokey and the Bandit,
It'll really be.
Buggy Nights. There's so many. It's just impressive. It's very impressive. But
Back there. Well,
I appreciate it.
surely in a robot ship.
I appreciate it if you did come through.
Mr. Reynolds is home.
So as I suspected, I wasn't going to capture too much with Burt Reynolds, but it was cool because I got to sit in on his master class and got to see the real Burt. I got to meet him and talk to him briefly. I wish him the best on his journey. Now I try to just establish some kind of contact with Mac Miller. And I'm just going to ask. I'm going to ask to connect with Mac Miller. I'm sure I didn't know of him very well. But he was someone that, again, made an impact on a lot of people and had a drug problem.
Found the body.
And that's something. They found the body. Yeah, they found the body in his home. Mac Miller, are you there?
No.
Would he like to talk? If he'd like to talk. Right there are 4 pertinent, clear responses pertaining to Mac Miller's situation. It's undeniable. The 2 responses that are interesting to me are the 2 last ones about how she found him, he had life, and call the policeman. Let's continue, there's a lot more. If he'd like to talk, this is an open channel for him. I'm sure there's
Full of rice.
I'm sure there's plenty of people trying to contact him. Paranormal people's site. Paranormal people's site. Mac, I didn't know you, but I understand pain, I understand drug addiction. There's really nothing for you to be doing on that in this first early stages of transitioning from a body to a soul. But sometimes it's nice to have a friend or someone to talk to. Mac Miller. Is there anything you'd like to say? Is there anything he wants to come across and say? Was this about Ariana Grande? Was this because of her? This was an accidental overdose. This wasn't on purpose. Correct?
A practical way of doing it.
Last call. What's the last?
I could hear someone behind the main talking. Okay, so now I do the reverse speech technique. It's been done by Steve Huff. It's been done by me many times with the different well-known people that I've done sessions on. It's a very simple technique. I take an interview of the person, I feed it through the soul speaker, and I put it in through reverse. So anything coming through the box is going to be gibberish. It's going to sound reversed and garbled, but it's in that person's voice. The idea is that I'm motivating them to be able to use their own voice and speak again, and it's worked very well with most of the people I've done it with, for at least a few different responses. So check it out. All right, I got a Mac Miller interview that I'm reversing through the box, reverse speech, so it should be all gibberish. I'm going to unpause it when I ask a question. I've done this for, many celebrities. So this is Steve's technique. It's a pretty good one. It's worked very well for the both of us. And I'm just going to ask a couple of questions and see what happens. So with this focused intent with his Mac Miller, you have passed because of I think an unintentional overdose. Unless it was intentional, I don't know. Mac Miller, are you here? Can you use this? Alright. Mac, what would you like to say regarding your death? What would you like to say to your fans, Mac, if there's anything that you'd like to say to your fans? Okay. Is there any message that you would like to say to Ariana Grande for whatever reason, maybe that you may not, but I'm just going to ask? Just going to ask a couple more questions here. Have you seen any kind of light of any kind? Okay. How many people have you come through? How many people have tried to contact you? All right, my friend. I'm sure we'll talk again. All right. So what I did was, I'm going to pick this up. See, that sound is coming through the box after I pause it because it's coming through reversed. So this is the interview from the Breakfast Club on 9/22/16, and just giving him a chance to come through. I may have got nothing. I have no idea. All right, I'm shutting this down. Alright, I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'm just going to ask now. To my approved guides and spirits, is there anything that you would like to end this session on? Okay. Alright, I don't know what they said. I will listen. I'm not going to get it in real time, as I normally don't do it. I thank you to my guides. I thank you to the angels. And I appreciate it. I love you. And good night. I knew who Mac Miller was, but I didn't listen to his music, just like I didn't listen to X's music. Once I heard it, I could say, oh wow, you know, it was good. It's very good. Good on many different levels. Not to take away from either of the artists. Last night I just did this quick session. At the end, I captured a couple of DR60 messages that to me seem like there's more going on here with possibly multiple people. If there's anyone else that needs help, I'm going to try and help them. So anyway, please like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate anyone that is following this work. It is all 100% real. I've never faked any piece of evidence in my life, and I never will. Anything I show you is exactly the way that I get it. I cut out dead air and dead time, but it's all honest to God. Every single thing is the truth, and that's it. So here we go, recording on that. Recording on this. And let's do a sound check.
What?
Okay. Need my reverb. That sounds good. I'm here. Last night, I tried connecting with Burt Reynolds. I tried connecting with Mac Miller. And it sounded like also someone else was here looking for help.
Oh, I did. That ain't home.
Whoever is needing help, I would like to help them. I don't know if we're going to be able to hear from everyone. I'd like to ask for Mac Miller.
You want to come down?
I'm going to try and connect here.
Let's not have a go.
So immediately I feel a slight surge of energy.
Yeah, what's that? Hello?
Mac Miller.
Yeah. You know something?
I know that you were found yesterday an overdose.
Heroin.
Heroin? And I know you were open about your drug problems, but you were working on trying to, be more of the light. And I understand the breakup and the pain with Ariana Grande, your ex. And I don't want to bring up these painful moments, but I just want to let you know that I understand. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to have a drug problem, have issues, and to feel that pain from, the loss of someone, or just the pain deep within, that you can't get high enough to get rid of it. For me, it was my higher power that helped me.
I was going to read your facts because it's so...
For me, it was the 12 steps. It was finding a spirituality that worked for me, a higher power that I could understand on some level. Do you have anything that you want to say? He can't. How come? How come he can't? Does he not want to, or is he just he can't? There shouldn't be anything restricting anyone in any way. Clear? Okay. Right here, clear. Listen, if there's someone else here too that I've worked with already, then I'm willing to help you. But I will not accept anything negative. No negativity in any way. It's not that it's going to hurt me. It's just that I don't like it. I don't escape anger. I don't escape pain. I don't escape myself. Michael, Bob, are you guys here? I know you're here, but can you say anything through here as well? I'm going to try a couple things here. Mac Miller, are you in any way wanting the light or feeling like you need the light? There's probably a lot of things you still need to work through, and that's okay. I'm going to give you an opportunity. I'm going to give you an opportunity to speak with your own voice here briefly. With a door or something? That sounded like him or something. That sounded like him. Alright, let's try something else. Alright, so right now I'm going to plug in a Mac Miller interview. And I'm going to do what I normally do, which is reverse it. Okay. Yeah. And then I will adjust the volume. Mom and Grandma, I just heard. Mac. Okay, Mac, are you here? Can you use this? Yes, I hear yes. Okay, all right. Are you in pain? Are you okay? Do you need any help? Well, when it's time, I just want you to know that the light is available to you. I heard you mention your mom or grandma. Do you have a message for your mom or grandma? All right. I'm going to ask to see if you can come through on the recorder as well. I believe last night when I was getting you, I think I've heard something on the DR60 pertaining to you, but I don't know. I wasn't sure. So I just want to make sure that, you know, as long as you stay positive, that, you know, if you need help, I will, you know, I'll offer my help to you. All right. I'm just going to connect with you intuitively for a second, if I can, to see if there's anything else that I may be missing through the recorder, or if there's anything else that you want to say to me. Okay. So I feel like you're saying that you want to find permanent light. You've seen it or felt it, but you want some kind of permanent light. Like you want to... Wow. Okay, that sounds like yeah. All right, permanent light comes from the next level. Yeah, I feel like it's coming from the next level because it's when you cross over to the next level. But you know, I think you have to have gone through what you need to go through here, through this transition, you know, of leaving your life. And so at any point in time, you can ask for God and say, if I haven't fully let go of what I need, Lord, help me. Father, God, Source, help me. You know, and I would call Jesus if that's who you would call. If not, then that's okay. You don't have to, but that's who I would. All right. I'm going to stop this and go with the recorder for a minute. Wow, I feel like I really got him there. That was really interesting. Yeah, I really feel like I got him there. Or I got him to answer a couple of things. I'm going to ask on the DR60 real quick. Mac, I'm going to ask you right now, can you use this recorder to say anything that you'd like to say? Wow, what was that? Hold on, let me play that again. God is light. Need a sound check on this. Need my guides, Bob. I don't want it to be too loud or... Okay. I believe Mac is here with us, coming through. I can only suggest and call on the angels and ask for Jesus to help you. But you have to be willing to do the work, because this thing is not easy. Not here in this life, not in the afterlife. So I know that. Some people think death is the escape, the great escape. It's not. There's a lot more to this, apparently. Does that make sense? Yeah. You know, I don't care about doing these celebrity sessions like this, Michael. I don't care about who you were, whether someone I knew or millions followed you or not. I don't care. I mean, I care about who you are as a person, because when we leave these bodies, we leave that identity on some level. We don't have that to fall back on anymore, and we want to. but it needs to go to God at this point. Any confusion, any misunderstandings, we got to just go right to God with it. This thing is simple, it's just not easy. And I'm going to pray for you at the end, so if you're waiting for me to pray for you, I'm going to do that at the end. I'm just talking. And if you want to say something. I just want to also mention Tupac. He came through in that group session not too long ago. I didn't ask for him, and I'm just so grateful and thankful. And if he can offer any help here in any way, I know that sounds crazy to some of these new subscribers or whoever, but sorry. His name has been mentioned way too many times, and he's just too awesome of an energy. Anyway, to the other, to X, anyone else that needs help, this is the time to take it, because after this, I'm releasing myself of that. Alright, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you right now. Here I stand up and pray for X, Mac, and anyone else that could use the light, whether it's to cross over or for light that we receive from God, that everyone receives once we choose to channel and focus on it. As I stated before, this is all I can do. I have power, but I'm not the power. And that's always very important to remember. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Lord Jesus, I release myself of this and give the help to them. I trust in that process. I am getting intuitively that you are going to receive the help that you need. I feel presence of angels. I don't know if there's something that you are not seeing or if it's something I'm missing, and it's something that I can't figure out in real time. I can only do what I can, what I'm getting. So I'm going to be closing this session out. I'm trusting that my guides are doing what they can do. I trust in my Father, my higher power, my Savior, my best friend, Jesus Christ. And I trust that the angels that are light and amazing are going to do what they need to do. Okay? I say good night and I love you. I think that was a positive one. Alright. I'm out of energy. I love you all. I'm done. Like it, subscribe it, check it out. I don't know. I'm on this journey and I'm bringing you along with me. Good night.